What's up, internet? My name is Captain African, and today we have to review Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. After 17 years of waiting, we finally have the Dragon Ball Z game that we've been fiending for. Sparking Zero releases October 11th, 2024 for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and the PC. I am more than satisfied with this game as it brings back the Tenkaichi series with a new coat of paint and a lot of new features that make it a complete package. Here is my review for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, aka Tenkaichi 4. Story. They are called episode battles in this entry. I will spend the least amount of time talking about this because we get it. This is the same story told with some small cutscenes and panels. It goes all the way up to Dragon Ball Super, which of course is the first time we have gotten this new series in a Tenkaichi game officially. You have the option to play the episodes for 8 different characters. You have Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Future Trunks, Frieza, Goku Black, and Jiren. These cover some major battles in these characters' arcs and give them a brief background. What's so special about the story mode is that there's what ifs. Based on certain decisions, conditions, and requirements, you can unlock secret paths that lead to different outcomes which are all new to the series. If you ever wondered how a specific event would have been affected if someone did something different, you have a lot to discover. I won't beat a dead horse. I played a story for what ifs, but mostly just to earn the platinum trophy. That being said, this is a totally packaged mode. You have hours worth of content here with a lot of replayability. Also, it is not a cakewalk. The AI in this game plays no games, but more on that later. Separate from the traditional story, there is what this game calls custom battles. There are 30 pre-made fights for you to go through, and it adds to the lore of Dragon Ball, but you know, it's just a little what ifs and just a little extra stuff like that, nothing crazy. Along with this is a level creator. With this, you can create your very own fights and story arcs. This is probably the best new thing in the game because you can go online and download people's creations. I can see a lot of the community spending a lot of time here building like Dragon Ball Hero story arcs and things of that nature. Fan fiction. It's kind of sky's the limit on this. And you want to know what the best part of this really is? When you create a level, before you can post it, you have to be able to prove that you can beat it. So, you know, this stops people from making impossible levels, and honestly, it's just a great touch. So only downside that I've seen with this mode, right, with the custom battles, is that there's no voice, so you have to read all the text, and it can be kind of jarring during the battles because it can cause you to miss key information that could help you succeed. Like, I was doing one of the actual custom battles, and I needed to win with my special, but I read at the bottom, in the middle of the fight, it was a bunch of text going, and I read at the bottom, it said something about a Kamehameha, so I finished him with a Kamehameha, and I lost. So I was like, what the hell, like, and then I went back, and I was able to, like, read it again, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So, you know, that's one of those things, but nothing too crazy, like I said.
Whoa!
You guys stay out of this. If I'm the one these guys want, then that's what they're gonna get.
A most intriguing discrepancy, this dormant power. It departs rather considerably from the data previously compiled, but...
Bro, I'm really about to get your pickle chin that boy. Hey, go that collard green head that boy. Oh, head that boy, yo, dirt that boy, stink ass boy, afro head that, lip gloss chin that boy.
Gameplay. This is what we have all been waiting for. The gameplay is now the best in the series, hands down. That includes Tenkaichi 1, 2, 3, Raging Blast, Raging Blast 2, and guess what? Ultimate Tenkaichi, the greatest game of all time. First off, you have 2 control types, Standard and Classic. Standard is a streamlined button format that appeals to the new age of gaming, while the Classic is literally the control scheme from Tenkaichi 3. I spent about 30 minutes trying to figure out, you know, how I wanted to play, and even though I really do love the old control scheme, and the nostalgia that it brings, the new one is just way too comfortable for me, and honestly, it's just way too good. There's no reason really not to use it. There are also accessibility options for newcomers, though I recommend you turn all of them off except for recovery assist, because all the others will cause you to drop combos and miss windows. And I mean, honestly, there's even a left-handed mode for those who need that. Come on now, let's go. Yeah. Away from that, the combat is light years ahead of its predecessors. Combos are smooth and fast. The vibrations of the controllers immerse you in the heat of the moment. The game literally looks like a high-quality episode of the anime. You have the health bar, your ki, and your skill count. Skill count only charges automatically, so you can't spam super moves too much. Skill count is used for your super moves as well as your transformations. Be aware, this only charges for the character that you're using, that you have out. So you can't charge up like your Cyberman and then go to Goku and then transform to Ultra Instinct. It don't work that way. So at first, I ain't gonna lie, I thought my button presses were not registering, but I don't actually believe that's the case anymore. And honestly, here's why. So it seems to me that there's an intentional delay when you attack to allow you to change to something else, like to switch up on something, right? And I use this to my advantage during fights to pull off as many defensive options, you know, that I can. And this literally can be a reach, but to reroute you, I don't know. I'm no pro. So as far as defensive options, right? You can teleport when you are hit like normal, right? You can also parry by pressing like up in the attack button. But you can also use this new feature that's called Perception, which allows you to use ki to hold a stance and stop aggressive attackers. So literally, like, where if you see someone walking up or jumping up, coming up to you, right, you can hold circle or hold V depending on what you're playing, and if they hit you, they're going to get parried. It's like automatic. It's pretty funny because people always fall for it. And perception is really important to learn because it can mean a difference between eating a combo or not. There's also this fire ass step you can do if you time your button press correctly. It's kind of like on some parry stuff like perfect dodge. And they really weave around. It's pretty funny. And whenever it happens, it's just like you just getting sauced up. Like, it's crazy when it happens to you. It's very demoralizing. The other, that thing that they have, defensive option, is called super perception, which is done by pressing the right analog stick down while being attacked. This is like a get out of jail free card, but it's not free. It costs 2 spirit count, which is a lot in the heat of battle, and it gets you out of almost everything except for supers to my knowledge. The combat is the easiest to pick up I've seen in a series, including Rage and Blast, but it also has a lot of deep things to add to your game to make you a master. I recommend hitting the super training mode to brush up on everything, every once in a while. You don't have to do it all the time, right? Because like online, it gets real crazy. Like, this is by far one of the best fighting game tutorials that I've seen in a long time. It's really that good. As far as combat options, right, there are battles and world tournaments. Battles consist of online and offline. Offline has you play versus the computer or another player, or you even have the option to watch the computer fight each other. That's like something I really loved about like the old Budokai games and the Tenkaichi games. But note though, split screen matches are limited to one map, and that is the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. This was due to hardware limitations and also the fact that they added this last minute to appease us fans after the outcry. I'm honestly happy with it. Just the fact that, a part of the legacy of this type of game, right, at the Tenkaichi game, was the couch co-op and playing with your friends and family, and it's still available. So, I mean, I can only respect that. Online battles consist of ranked and player matches. You can create lobbies or join random battles, with various settings to fight people around the world. And I really love the matchmaking feature, like it's a quick play thing, because it finds lobbies near instantly. And that's actually a testament to the game. Everything in this game loads quickly. Like, literally, when you're about to play a match, the map's are already loaded. When you pick your character, the fight starts 2 seconds after you click select. It's crazy. Ranked battles allow for either single matches or DP battles, which is just teams, right? DP battles is like the meme where it's like you get $15 to pick your dream team. You get Kobe, LeBron, MJ, right? It's one of those types of modes. And this balances the game considerably. If you want a powerful character like Whis or Ultra Instinct, Goku, or Jiren, you have to accept that you will have less characters to fight with. It's about finding a team that works for you with enough balance to keep you in a fight. So when I'm punishing y'all with Yamcha or Cybermen, y'all don't have any excuses, to be real with you. The World Tournament mode allows you to choose one of 6 tournaments from the series and fight to the top of the ladder. Pretty simple. There are rules specific to each directly from the anime, so it's very authentic. You can also create your own custom tournament, which I really appreciate this, like the online, right? Because like you can fill the empty slots with bots so that you and your friends don't have to sit there and wait an eternity to find players. So like I can't wait to host some tournaments with my friends and family once the game fully releases, because I mean it's kind of cold. Like this is where like all the bragging rights gonna be at right here. Is like, oh, the game has a challenges and missions tab, which allows you to complete missions to earn Zenny, customization items, and even Dragon Balls. You can complete orders for Zeno or fill out Whis' stamp book, both with a plethora of things to keep you engaged. You can take the Zenny earned here and go to the shop. The shop has you spend Zenny on ability items, new characters, or even new outfits for your favorite characters. You can then take these items over to the customization side and deck out your character. Ability items do stuff like make your ultimate attacks do more damage or give you more health. These help you build out a character and keep them competitive. There are even emotes in the game, which I think is a nice modern touch. Cause I ain't seen nobody dab on nobody yet. I ain't seen nothing like that, but it'd be kind of funny if there was something like that in the game. So what is so good about the shop is that you can level up your player level and unlock all characters here with just Zenny. Yes, you can unlock them by playing missions and doing episode battles, right? But like, if you just want to play ranked matches, you can just do that and you will still earn all the unlockable characters just leveling up. Crazy. This brings me back to the good old days when you bought a game and everything was there on the disc and stuff like that, right? And you can play and earn everything. Nowadays, you turn on a new game and you're greeted with 5 forms of currency and a battle pass with a rotating shop full of basic color changes of characters. Like, who wants that? There is also an encyclopedia that allows you to learn about every character in the game. The cool thing about this is you get to listen to Bulma, Chi-Chi, and Videl talk some shit about everyone, even people they never met. You also have the theater mode, which lets you review your past battles and other people's battles online. And this is a common fighting game feature that I ain't gonna lie, I did not expect to see that in this game. It's a really good addition. Lastly, you have the Come Forth menu, which allows you to summon one of the 3 dragons, Shenron, Porunga, or you can summon Super Shenron. These, of course, allow you to make wishes to unlock characters, more Zenny, or even more outfits. The Dragon Balls are not super easy to come by at the moment, but I'm sure someone is working on a video as we speak on how to grind those out, so we need to be on the lookout for those. There's 12 stages to fight on, with some important ones missing at launch, as well as over 180 characters to play as. There's also some characters that we expected to be there. For some reason, they're not there. They didn't make the cut, Super 17. But it's okay because the selection here is stuffed. So I mentioned it earlier, but let me double back and talk about the leveling system right fast. So you have a player level and a character level for each character in the game, right? Player level goes up as you play the game with any character and complete missions and things of that nature. And the character level, or proficiency as they call it, goes up as you play matches with your favorite characters. This is a good way to keep people hooked because the grind isn't too long, but it's long enough. The entire game is packed. There is so much here to do that like we'll be finding new stuff for the next few weeks at a minimum.
Enough of you!
Pros and cons. Pro number 1 is that the visuals are amazing. The game looks so good. It really looked like you're playing an episode of the anime in like full HD, freaking 4K, whatever resolution you plan in. It's just so nice. The colors really pop. Whenever you do like whenever you charge your key and stuff like that, things fly around. Like you see rocks coming off the ground. The stage destruction, right? You know, one of the staples of Tenkaichi is all prevalent. I mean, the reason why they can't have all these maps on the local play is because, you know, you have to render the game twice, and there's so much stuff happening. Like every rock breaks. If it's a piece of the ground, it can break. Literally, there's holes, craters, everything. It's fire. And it just looks beautiful. All the characters look nice. They really do look true to their anime visuals and stuff of that nature. Like it's really nice. And con number 1, it's not common, but it's like random frame rate dips. Sure, this is because of how beautiful the game is, the particle effects and all the pretty colors and stuff of that nature, right? The first day I played, and a little bit of yesterday, and then a little bit of the day, right? I had a few drops. They weren't online though, which is crazy. It was playing single player for some reason. I don't know what was going on. But hey, you know, things like that happen, but it's something to bring notice to. My second pro is the online play is phenomenal. There's lobbies, there's spectating in said lobbies, and the game doesn't lag. One thing that I really do love with those world tournaments, like I was talking about, you know, you can have all your friends in there. If you lose, you know, you can leave, right? Or you can stay there and just, you know, talk the stuff with your friends and, like, you know, see who wins, right? Because you can watch every battle. That can lead to some real good drunk nights, you know, with the friends. You know, I don't encourage drinking. But, you know, we drink, you know, we just sip on something, you feel me? Look. And we could be doing that and playing the game with our friends and family and just having a blast. And then, like I said, the lobby system, you know, like the King of the Hill type lobby thing is like, I love that, being in a lobby and getting like 5 wins and people can't get you off. And then one new person joins and wash you. Now you gotta wait 3-4 fights and you get back in there, maybe somebody to beat him now. It's a really good feeling. And it's like I said, the game, it doesn't lag for some reason in the online. I have not had a bad connection yet. It's just been smooth, buttery gameplay the entire time. Awesome. My second and like last con is that there's no crossplay. We knew there wasn't gonna be crossplay once it came out, of course, but that doesn't change the fact that it should have been there. You know what have made this game like a 10 out of 10 on probably everybody's scale is if this game had crossplay. You even have a mode, the custom battles, right, where you can create these creations and put them online for people, but you can only do it within the server base that is Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, which I think is really stupid because you're gonna have all these people making all this nice stuff, right? And, you know, adding to the longevity of the game, but now it's split between 3 player bases. They need to go ahead and come on and do something with that. Go ahead and get us the cross-play in there, because this is one of those games that transcends a platform. It is all about the game. It is not about the platform you're playing it on. So they need to come on and do that now. That should be one of the priorities for updates. And my third pro, I said it earlier, the game really feels like the anime. This is like the most authentic Dragon Ball Z game that I have ever played. I thought Fighters came pretty close, considering it was a fighting game, right? It looked like you was playing the anime. Like if you took the balls off the screen, you would think that you was watching a show. And with this game, it's full of so much stuff, but the basics, right? The combat itself, it is so true to the anime. Even the power differential between the characters, like I said earlier, you can beat Whis or Ultra Instinct Goku with Yamcha, but you gotta be a savage. You gotta really be like that, because Yamcha ain't got that much health. He gets 2 tapped, right? So it really does encourage you to think about those things when you go into your fights. Like if you want to get an overpowered character, all right, cool, you can have an overpowered character, but it's gonna probably be that character and one more. When I probably got 5 people, I got the Ginyu Force, I'm about to stomp you out. Like, come on, you gotta put it into perspective. Some extra notes, you know, this game is easy to pick up, but it is hard to master. The story mode is humbling everyone, but it's not unfair. As I've continued to play, I have progressively gotten better and better against the computer and against real people. You are not picking up this game and hopping online and winning 5 matches in a row. No, you have to learn the mechanics, because spamming square is not going to lead to a win against the skilled player. such as myself. That being said though, the AI is juiced sometimes, like they be on that stuff. Like I appreciate it though, like cause at times where, you know, it feels like they adapting to you during the fight. Like there were times when like I was tearing that ass up, like I was whipping, smacking them all around the stage, right? And then they just started like wearing me out. Like I don't know what was happening. Like it's like I couldn't do nothing right no more. Like they were teleporting all over the place. Everything I tried to do, just that's how you hear it going around the screen. And you know, perfect accuracy with all of their supers, like hitting you with some crazy stuff. But honestly, it adds to the fun. If they do have like an adaptive AI, that is pretty genius on their part to put that in there. Because even on normal, right, you can get washed. And they might pull off, right, because they realize, oh yeah, we washing them, let's go ahead and turn it down. But you can still get washed. There is planned DLC for this game that will be in the form of the superhero movie, as well as the new Dragon Ball Daima series. So you know, be on the lookout for that. This game already has so much like inside of it that like you shouldn't have a problem finding a reason to play on a day-to-day basis. But remember though, this game is about fun first, authentic second, and competitive edge last. Do not come into this game expecting some super competitive fighting game. It will indeed pick up a good community, right? And maybe even go to a conference like freaking Evo or something like that, right? But like, you know, this game was built from the ground up with balance out of the window. So if you can't be coming up here talking, oh, freaking Beerus is overpowered, bro, shut up, you know. But that being said, you know, it's all about the chaos that is Dragon Ball. And I love that we get to experience another mainline entry in the Tenkaichi Sparking series.
What a fool. I'll kill you just as you wanted.
Final thoughts. Sparking Zero is the game we fans have been waiting for since we were kids. I'm really happy to be able to tell you that this is worth the wait. I rate on a play it now, catch a sale, or burn it scale. I say play it ASAP. Lil Rocky. The Sparking Tenkaichi series has never been better. It's still crazy that we actually got this game after so many ups and downs in the series. And we not gonna have to bring up Ultimate Tenkaichi. That didn't happen ever again. It is now erased from history. Like we used Dragon Balls and got rid of it. I will definitely be earning the platinum on this game. You know, I don't really have too many more trophies to get. You know, just a few more of the story ones. And I can't wait to see some of y'all in these lobbies, because I will be waxing y'all with the Cybermen. But hey, until next time, internet, keep surviving, keep thriving. Like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. Captain out.